So my name's Tom Scade. We're here at in the tasting room kitchen. We're going to cook today asparagus, pecorino, preserved lemon and buttermilk. So we're just taking the barbs off the asparagus, more for presentation than anything. So now we're going to cook it in the water. So we've got 4% salt water, rapidly boiling. You don't want to cook too many at a time, otherwise you'll bring the temperature of the water down. And we'll cook it for 2.5 minutes, depending on the size. So once the asparagus is cooked, we're just putting in the ice water just to stop the cooking. I don't want to serve the. I want to serve the asparagus still warm, still warm. So all we're doing is stopping the cooking and then bringing it out. Right, so now we're going to make the asparagus bavarois, and we are using all the pieces from the asparagus, all the trimmings. We don't want to waste anything. So we've got all the asparagus trimmings from when we prep the asparagus for the final dish. All the woody parts of the asparagus we turn into a puree. What we're going to do, we're going to cook the asparagus. So the trimmings, again, boiling salted water. We're just going to soak our gelatin just to bloom it. So as the asparagus trimmings are cooked, we're just going to put the chervil in. It's all cooked. Now we're going to put it into the vita. Right, and then we've got the puree that we've made with the woody parts of the asparagus. That's where we've cooked it down with shallots and some spinach. So that goes in there with the fresh trimmings. So we do a version on the plant-based menu where we'll use pectin to set the asparagus bavarois. Again, all the gelatin into the vita and give that a blitz. Right, so now we want to get it onto ice. So we've got our bowl just sitting over some ice. Asparagus in there. So a bit of salt, a little bit of espelette. Just fold in some whipped cream, so beat in the first third. Then we just put in the final third and just fold that through. So here we've made some silicone moulds of some asparagus tips. We're just going to pipe the asparagus bavarois mix in there, ensuring that we get right at the ends, make sure there's no air bubbles. It doesn't matter if we overfill a little bit, we can trim it up when we take them out of the freezer. So once they're all piped into the moulds, we'll just freeze them. So we just stick them in the blast chiller. That'll take about an hour to freeze. Okay, so we've got Sam here, chef de partie. He takes care of the asparagus dish, and he's an expert at dipping it. So I'm going to leave this bit to him. So in here we've got an asparagus stock and pecorino stock. So we've used all the rind from our pecorino cream. We've used more trimmings from the asparagus to create the stock. We just bring it up to heat and we add some vegetal to it. Bring it up to the boil, and then we're going to pass it off and dip our frozen asparagus bavarois into it. Off you go. So we're just passing it off just to make sure there's no lumps, so we get a beautiful shiny glaze. Alright, let's go. So he's just going to quickly dip it in the vegetal. So we're just dipping in. You just want to be nice and quick just so you get a beautiful clean glaze, and you want to see all those details of the asparagus spear. Lovely. Right, so now we're going to make the pecorino cream. So we start off with the butter, grated pecorino, and then eggs. And then we're going to cook this at 60 degrees for 4 minutes, then bring up the temperature to 80 for another 2 minutes. So once the custard's cooked, cream's cooked, we just get it straight onto ice just to stop the cooking, stop the eggs from scrambling. And this will set into a nice light pecorino cream. Right, so now everything's made, we're going to bring everything together and plate the dish. So we've got our flour twirls. We've made these with a pecorino stock, again using the rind from the pecorino, and we've done it in 3 different gradients, so it gives the impression, you know, a nice open flour. We're going to start with some preserved lemon puree, just to help the petals stick together. So we've got our set pecorino, with a nice wide nozzle on, and what we're doing, we're just doing the centre of the flour. So we're going to plate the asparagus dish up now. We're going to start with the preserved lemon puree. Do 3 lines of that for each asparagus to sit on, that way you get an even amount of the preserved lemon. In the middle we have our asparagus bavarois, and then we finish with the last spear where we've just got some freshly grated pecorino over the top of that, and then it's topped with the pecorino twill. So then we just finish off at the table with buttermilk and spring herb dressing, just to bring the dish together. So there we have Wye Valley asparagus with preserved lemon, pecorino and buttermilk.